Good evening and welcome back to another episode of The Longing, where today we are going to be continuing to read Thus Spoke Zarathustra, Book 4. So, let's just crack on, shall we? O happiness, wilt thou perhaps sing, O my soul? Thou liest in the grass, but this is the secret solemn hour when no shepherd playeth his pipe. Take care, hot noontide sleepeth on the fields. Do not sing, hush, the world is perfect. Do not sing, thou prairie bird, my soul. Do not even whisper. Lo, hush, the old noontide sleepeth, it moveth its mouth. Doth it not just now drink a drop of happiness, an old brown drop of golden happiness, golden wine? Something whisketh over it, its happiness laugheth. Thus laugheth our God. Hush! For happiness how little sufficeth for happiness. Thus spake I once, and thought myself wise. But it was a blasphemy. That have I now learned. Wise fools speak better. The least thing precisely, the gentlest thing, the lightest thing, a lizard's rustling, a breath, a whisk, an eye glance, little maketh up the best happiness. Hush! What hath befallen me? Hark! Hath time flown away? Do I not fall? Have I not fallen? Hark! Into the well of eternity. What happeneth to me? Hush! It stingeth me, alas, to the heart. To the heart, oh, break up, my heart, after such happiness, after such a sting. What? Hath not the world just now become perfect, round and ripe? Oh, for the golden round ring, whither doth it fly? Let me run after it, quick. Hush! And here Zarathustra stretched himself, and felt that he was asleep. Up, said he to himself. Thou sleeper, thou noontide sleeper. Well then, up ye old legs. It is time and more than time. Many a good stretch of road is still awaiting you. Now have ye slept your fill, for how long a time? A half eternity. Well then, up now, mine old heart. For how long after such a sleep mayest thou remain awake? But then did he fall asleep anew, and his soul spake against him, and defended itself, and lay down again. Leave me alone. Hush! Hath not the world just now become perfect? Oh, for the golden round ball! Get up, said Zarathustra, thou little thief, thou sluggard. What, still stretching thyself, yawning, sighing, falling into deep wells? Who art thou then, O my soul? And here he became frightened, for a sunbeam shot down from heaven upon his face. O heaven above me, said he, sighing, and sat upright, thou gazest at me, thou hearkenest unto my strange soul. When wilt thou drink this drop of dew that fell down upon all earthly things? When wilt thou drink this strange soul? When thou, when thou well of eternity, thou joyous, awful noontide abyss, when wilt thou drink my soul back into thee? Thus spake Zarathustra, and rose from his couch beside the tree, as if awakening from a strange drunkenness. And behold, there stood the sun still exactly above his head. One might, however, rightly infer therefrom that Zarathustra had not then slept long. Chapter 71. The Greeting. It was late in the afternoon, only when Zarathustra, after long useless searching and strolling about, again came home to his cave. When, however, he stood over against it, not more than 20 paces therefrom, the thing happened, which he now, least of all, expected. He heard anew the great cry of distress. An extraordinary. This time the cry came out of his own cave. It was a long, manifold, peculiar cry, and Zarathustra plainly distinguished that it was composed of many voices, although heard at a distance it might sound like the cry of a single mouth. Thereupon Zarathustra rushed forward to his cave, and behold, what a spectacle awaited him after that concert. For there did they all sit together, whom he had passed during the day. The king on the right and the king on the left, the old magician, the pope, the voluntary beggar, the shadow, the intellectually conscientious one, the sorrowful soothsayer, and the ass. The ugliest man, however, had set a crown on his head, and had put round him 2 purple girdles, for he liked, like all ugly ones, to disguise himself and play the handsome person. In the midst, however, of that sorrowful company stood Zarathustra's eagle, ruffled and disquieted, for it had been called upon to answer too much for which its pride had not any answer. The wise serpent, however, hung round its neck. All this did Zarathustra behold with great astonishment. Then, however, he scrutinized each individual guest with courteous curiosity, read their souls, and wondered anew. In the meantime the assembled ones had risen from their seats, and waited with reverence for Zarathustra to speak. Zarathustra, however, spake thus: Ye despairing ones, ye strange ones, so it was your cry of distress that I heard. And now do I know also where he is to be sought, whom I have sought in vain today, the higher man. In mine own cave sitteth he, the higher man. But why do I wonder? Have not I myself allured him to me by honey offerings and artful lure-calls of my happiness? But it seemeth to me that ye are badly adapted for company. Ye make one another's hearts fretful, ye that cry for help, when ye sit here together. There is one that must first come, one who will make you laugh once more. A good jovial buffoon, a dancer, a wind, a wild romp, some old fool. What think ye? Forgive me, however, ye despairing ones, for speaking such trivial words before you, unworthy verily of such guests. But ye do not divine what maketh my heart wanton. Ye yourselves do it, and your aspect forgive it me. For every one becometh courageous who beholdeth a despairing one. To encourage a despairing one, every one thinketh himself strong enough to do so. To myself have ye given this power, a good gift, mine honourable guests, an excellent guest's present. Well, do not then upbraid when I also offer you something of mine. This is mine empire and my domain. That which is mine, however, shall this evening and tonight be yours. Mine animals shall serve you. Let my cave be your resting place. At house and home with me shall no one despair. In my purlieus do I protect every one from his wild beasts, and that is the first thing which I offer you, security. The second thing, however, is my little finger. And when ye have that, then take the whole hand also, yea, and the heart with it. Welcome here, welcome to you, my guests. Thus spake Zarathustra, and laughed with love and mischief. After this greeting his guests bowed once more, and were reverentially silent. The king on the right, however, answered him in their name. O Zarathustra, by the way in which thou hast given us thy hand and thy greeting, we recognize thee as Zarathustra. Thou hast humbled thyself before us, almost hast thou hurt our reverence. Who, however, could have humbled himself as thou hast done, with such pride, that uplifteth us ourselves? A refreshment is it to our eyes and hearts. To behold this merely, gladly would we ascend higher mountains than this. For as eager beholders have we come. We wanted to see what brighteneth dim eyes. And lo, now is it all over with our cries of distress. Now are our minds and hearts open and enraptured. Little is lacking for our spirits to become wanton. There is nothing, O Zarathustra, that groweth more pleasingly on earth than a lofty, strong will. It is the finest growth. An entire landscape refresheth itself at one such tree. To the pine do I compare him, O Zarathustra, which groweth up like thee, tall, silent, hardy, solitary, of the best, supplest wood, stately, stately. And with that, we come to the end of the episode, I'm afraid. So I will say thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, or night. No matter what time of day it is, I hope you all have a wonderful one of it. And as always, we will be back tomorrow for more of The Longing. Goodbye.